So today we're going to be burning anthracite, and given how dirty it is, I'm not going to bring it into the house. I'm going to use my coal bucket. So the anthracite comes in 20 kg bags. I've decanted it into a 20 litre paint tub and my bucket. So let's see how long this lasts us today. As mentioned, we're burning anthracite today. Now, not all wood burning stoves will burn anthracite. You have to have a multi-fuel stove, and Charnwood produce a number of these systems. You need air underneath your fuel with anthracite, so it's necessary to convert the grate to allow the air to go under the fuel. So I'll do that again. So for wood, you're going to have it flat, and for anthracite, you're going to open it to allow the air underneath. And then in addition to that, there's an air vent underneath that you slide open to allow for the air to get around the fuel as is necessary. I'm going to make a fire. We're up to 46 minutes, and to be honest, it's been a slow process getting this fire going. Right, so we are coming up to 1.5 hours since we lit the fire. It's now nicely established. Let's just give a quick view of the thermometer. Sitting steady at just below 12 o'clock. We're at about 150. We are now at 2 hours 35 minutes. Having really highly efficient fuels requires you to have a highly efficient appliance, because it's so easy, if you don't have one, to overfire your product and damage it. So first of all, having a flue thermometer is essential to make sure that you're actually monitoring what's going on, and secondly, to have a product like a Charnwood that you can actually have some degree of control over what's happening. Bearing in mind that pushing this air control in is not going to lower the temperature immediately, but it is going to inhibit the fire from getting further out of control. So yeah, I think for these high-end fuels, you should be using a high-end appliance. So we are now sitting at 3.5 hours. So I'm going to give this a little riddle. Again, this is one of the reasons why only certain stoves can burn this kind of fuel. So we are now 8 hours since we lit our fire. We're sitting at 150 degrees. This is now me going into the second half of the bag of anthracite by my estimate. We are now 10 hours 43 minutes since we lit our fire this morning. Okay, flashes. So we're sitting at just below 150. Okay. I'm slowly getting the knack of this bucket. The consensus regarding the anthracite is a bit more than twice as much as the Namibian hardwood, but you're getting a 20 kilogram bag, so it's already heavier. The length of time that that fuel is lasting is definitely going to be at least twice as long. The heat is good, it's consistent, it's strong. Yeah, as a functioning fuel, it's very good. I think there are a couple of reservations I have about it. One is the ambience. It's not a romantic fireside experience. That's one. Second thing's more important, and that is that it's not a sustainable fuel. It's obviously a fossil fuel, so it has there's a finite quality to it, whereas trees are a sustainable fuel, and also in the growing process are consuming a good degree of carbon. So there's a little bit of a tick in favour of wood when it comes to that, and also just the general dirt of the fuel. It's a grubby fuel to handle. We'll have to see how easy it is to clean out in the morning. So, yep, it's a great fuel, does the job very well. That's for you. I think if I couldn't get hold of dry wood, or I couldn't get hold of Camille Doran or eco logs, this would definitely be next on my list. So there we go. So that's our burn for the day, and that's our burn for the series of burns.